Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Dychronic, your host here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be going over one of my favorite builds in Destiny 2 that I call the Fireforged Heart. And as the name stipulates, has to do with the Hallowfire Heart exotic for the Titan and the code of the Fireforged subclass tree for the Titan as well. This is going to be a new series on my channel that I hope you guys do enjoy, that combines the crazy nerdy numbers from my spreadsheets and all the amazement that I put in work into that, and also gets to show off my personality, because many of you may not know, I'm actually a really fun and funny guy. And if you do end up liking this kind of video, let me know in the comments down below, because I'd love to know your feedback about the builds and this kind of new style of series. So this video is going to be separated into three main parts. The first part is going to give you a general idea of the build without giving you all the nitty-gritty details before you even see it in action. The second part is going to be a live commentary of me using it in various activities, probably the most important part, because I get to have a lot of fun and play the video game. And finally, the third part, we're going to take a deep dive into the numbers, talking about all the perks, all of the weapon choices, the alternatives, all the specifics that you know and love, the nerdy details, as well as I actually have a Word doc, because I'm a nerd. I made a Word doc that's actually pretty nice to use that I will include on my Discord server. So in essence, this build is actually quite simple. It uses the very strong recharge rate of Hallowfire Heart without and with your super to get your grenades and melees back really quickly, and using code of the Fireforged, which is really nice because it has Hammer Strike, allowing you to do 50% more damage to anybody you hit with that actual attack. But there's also a really complicated side to this that we'll be discussing in the third part of this video, like picking certain weapons with Demolitionist, using weapons with Trench Barrel, so shotguns with Trench Barrel that stack their bonuses with the Hammer Strike, allowing you to do 125% damage for those next 3 bullets instead, being able to wombo combo that Hammer Strike plus the Ikelos Trench Barrel plus the Wardcliff Quell that you follow up with, plus the insane speed, allowing you to get in there and out of there very quickly. There's a lot going on in this build, allowing you to do incredible amounts of crowd control and a lot of damage to a lot of elite enemies, as well as doing a lot of damage to boss enemies. It's a very aggressive, very powerful build, allowing you to do a lot of different things all at the same time. Moving on, let's go ahead and get into the live comm section of this video. We're going to be trying to go into a strike and a Crucible match to show this build in action and have some fun along the way. And to reiterate, one of the most important parts is that you bling out your character in full plated gold armor. Because this build is so very aggressive, your armor also has to be aggressive. So every single armor piece with as much shiny surface as possible. Even your weapons need to be gold. My special weapon is also gold, and let's just imagine the Wardcliff Quell actually has a gold version. Your Sparrow is gold. I'd say honestly the only thing that's not gold is my Ladybug, but you can't not have a red Ladybug. I mean, that's just against the Geneva Convention. Oh man, this is my favorite part of PC right now, is the fact that I can just make him spin and he'll keep spinning without me needing to keep on spinning him. Just look at him go. Just don't judge me, okay? I find ways to pass the time and loading and whatever, and this is just one of my ways, okay? You spin me right around. Oh, we got Heavyweight and Solar Singe today. This looks like it's planned, but it really wasn't planned. I'm so excited. This is the perfect combo to make this build crazy. Now, obviously, if there was Brawler, ooh, this would be something else entirely. But honestly, it's a good thing there's no Brawler, because then you can see this build in its reality, in its actual action, and not extra recharge rate, because this thing has insane recharge rate anyways. All right. Not a bad mission. Tree of Probability is going to have a lot of infinite force, which is going to be annoying, but let's go ahead and get started here with the amazement that is this build. Really? You're just gonna walk away, huh? Yeah, okay, yeah. Come on back, Savior. We're both saviors here. Let's stick together and be saviors together, eh? Oh, come on. So there's something you have to understand with a build like this, and that is finding your trigger words. Something that's going to encourage you to be the best of the best and do your best. And it has to do with a lot of the things that you use in karate. They yell very loudly when they do a hit in order to give them more energy, help with their breathing, and just in general give them a more powerful hit. In Destiny 2, the same is also true. Anytime you go in for a hammer strike, you gotta yell out something virtuous and powerful to give you more power for that strike. And everybody has their own trigger for this. Mine is ba-bop! Why is it ba-bop? Well, because it's more fun to say ba-bop than anything else. Oh, whoa, hey, no sniping. No, none of that. Teammates, please. All right. I guess I'm waiting 30 seconds. Now, there are many kinds of bops. You got your hot bops, you got your shock bops, you got your no bops, but the generalized form is definitely going to be the bop. This is probably one of the worst strikes to have in this kind of thing, because all the enemies are either not there, or people running past and leaving you alone. There's just nothing to do. To be fair, I would say pretty much every time I run this strike, I do the exact same thing. Really, you guys are killing everything, huh? Makes this video a little bit harder to do, huh? Maybe I should have just done a couple lost sectors instead. This is ridiculous. Oh, hey! Allow me to demonstrate. Ba-bop! Yeah! And that's how you do it. I can make it. I can make it. I can make it. Oh, and I beat the laser. All right, now we have a square runway of enemies to fight. Maybe we can actually show off this thing in action. You see how fast my grenade just recharged? Ba-bop! Yeah, to ba-bop them. Every time you see them, you gotta give them a little bit of ba-bop. Show them who's the boss and what for. Ooh, something I do want to show is that we have a wanted enemy that's coming up real soon. I can actually show the full fury of the ba-bop strat in its action. Man, I just love having so many grenades. It's so nice to just kind of like spam this out, not have issues. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here we go. Ba-bop in action. Bop, boom. Come on. Boom. Come on. All right, here comes the boss fight. Now we get to see some real damage go down range. And let me tell you, it is a lot of damage. So, here's how you handle certain boss fights and doing damage. You go in for your bop, you go for the 3 shots, you fly away, and then you ward clip. Look how much damage we just did. We killed the boss! You go in for bop, 3 shots, fly away, ward clip. That's how you do it. I don't know what else to say. It's bop, 3 shot, wombo. Wombo starts with a W, and that means ward clip. That's just how it works. Here we go. Bop, 3, 1 shot. All right, bop in 1 shot. If the enemies are one of those pleb majors, you're gonna bop in 1 shot. But sometimes you gotta bop 3 shot and wombo. All right, with the strike part out of the way, we're gonna move on and actually go into some Crucible parts of this thing. Now, this build is not particularly built for Crucible, but it does have a lot of benefits just because of the fact that you are recharging your grenade and melee so very fast. You're gonna get a lot of benefit from holding your super, and just in general, even without your super, allowing you to have a lot more crowd control, have a lot more zone control with your thermite grenades, and it is something that is useful, but there are obviously better options like One-Eyed Mask, but I did want to show off how it works in the Crucible. Now, something that I did see is that in Crucible right now there is mayhem, and considering this build is based on really fast grenades and melees, it really makes me want to play mayhem, but I gotta show a regular game before I play some mayhem. This right here, this is the bane of my existence. This right here, bane of my existence. It's been sitting like that for at least 30 seconds now. You're saying there's nobody online that can join? There's no skill plays met? You know what? I'm just not going to talk anymore today. Ooh, we're using a sidearm. Oh, this is gonna... And we're using Ikelos. Obviously not the right kind of build for this. And there we go. Sit down, boy. You don't come close to me. I come close to you. All right, this is not gonna work. I'm just gonna do one of these. And bop! Also, I'm second on the team with this build. Come on. Okay. Did you just see that man run in here with a shoulder charge? Come on! Can I get a real kill? I got a real kill. Let's go. Ooh, there's a real kill there. Not a full kill, but a real kill. If I had like maybe a longer range weapon, maybe I could help you out, team, but I ain't got shit. Teammate. Ooh, I'm alive. Oh, I'm not alive. I almost was alive. If I took a right turn instead of left turn, maybe I'll be alive. I wasn't alive. I'm looking at the bottom left there because I saw my teammate pop Nova Ward. There you go. It took you long enough. I was like, yo, my teammate has it, but he's not using. I heard a Spectral Blades. Where is he? Come on. There he is! I got him. Okay. That's the way you get him. You just go. I heard the little bit of like twinkle in the side of my ear, and I'm like, he's around. I can smell him. No, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean to pull my super. I meant to put up a shield. Does this mean I use my super? Damn it, I used my super. Come on. You're gonna get a bop. Bop! I gotta be honest with you, I'm not really good at this whole Crucible thing. Okay. Oh god, Almost killed his ass. Oh my goodness, that was really nice. You guys can tell I kind of deer in the headlights because I don't talk when I panic. I just kind of shut up and go. Let's see if we can kill this guy from here. I didn't land a single hit. Let's see if we can hit this guy from here. Let's be honest here. Yeah, bop. I saw that coming from a mile away. Ooh. Maybe if I just keep doing this. Oh my god, it worked. Oh my god, it worked. You never want to be on a team with people that say, oh my god, it worked. But it worked, and oh my god, it worked. Well, objective play. Can I get a bop? I want a bop. Come on. Yo! No! Oh, that was so close! I was so close to getting in there! It's one of those moments that I just wanted to not make sense. Yeah. Okay. Come on, give it to me! Give it to me! Yeah! That golden gun dude was chasing his ass. Who was it? I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I'm like, I can hear it. I can smell it. I know that noise anymore. It was a spectral blades twinkling in the distance. Got my experience, bop! They got bopped! Dude, I love hammer striking. You know what? I mean, this is just turned into like an insurmountable skull fort kind of build, and not like a build that you would truly use sidearms and shotguns. You definitely wouldn't use Ikelos. Oh. Didn't hit a single shot on that man. No, he had a second one. Oh, he had a second one. So what have we learned? Close range plus close range plus close range may not be the path to victory, but we lost by 1 point, to be fair. Just one. That's pretty good. Sidearm shotgun, never using your super. That is not the strategy. All right, so this build, maybe not a PvP kind of thing, but it's not the worst in the world, to be honest with you. You still get crazy regeneration. And finally, moving into the third part of this video, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the numbers, talking about all the specifics of all the different armor perks and weapon choices, alternatives, and all the numbers that I have recorded for recharge rates of Hallowfire Heart. Let's talk about it. Now, as I mentioned before, I did in fact make a Word document with all of this information, and if you wanted to get your hands on it, just head over to my Discord server, and around the date this video came out in the channel hashtag YouTube Twitch, I'll leave a link to that Word document if you want it. Mostly I made this for my own use, so I made sure I didn't miss anything, but it is a good resource for you guys as well. So starting up, first of all, for the class and subclass, obviously it's going to be the Solar Titan and the code of the Fireforge, with the alternative being code of the Siegebreaker, which we'll talk about a little bit down below. Now personally, I recommend Thermite Grenade, Strafe Lift, and Towering Barricade, but those parts are up to you. As far as the weapons go, I recommend an Owlstringer, Ikelos, and Wardcliff combo. Owlstringer giving you a little bit more range and still having that Demolitionist perk. Ikelos obviously having Trench Barrel, allowing you to go for those Hammer Strike extra damages, and then Wardcliff for the Wombo combo, just really good close range damage dump. There are also a lot of other alternatives, like for example, throughout this video I was using my Breachlight because I don't have an Owlstringer with Demolitionist, and there are a lot of other alternatives that you can use as well. As long as you're using a shotgun with Trench Barrel, that is going to be the crux of the strategy. Next up, for the armor, generally you're going to want to have a lot of Discipline, Strength, Shotgun, and Special Ammo Finder mods throughout a lot of the armor. Specifically for the arms, you want Impact Induction or Momentum Transfer for better grenade or better melee. For the chest piece, obviously you're going to want to use the Hallowfire Heart. That is what this entire build is based upon. And finally, for your class ability, getting Ashes to Assets, Hands-On, Pump Action, and Distribution for more super energy from the stuff you're already doing, or more ability energy just for using your class ability. Now the main focus of this build is to charge your super ability and hold it until you need to use it for major ad clear or survival. Now the playstyle for this is going to be very aggressive, using your superior grenade and melee recharge rate to cause chaos and crowd control. Pairing your Trench Barrel shotgun perk with your Hammer Strike to cause 125% more damage for those 3 shots, allowing you to do significant damage to bosses and to major enemies. On top of that, like I mentioned before, you should also use a weapon with the Demolitionist perk for even faster grenade recharge, and there are many guns that can do this, including Owlstringer, Old Fashioned, Breachlight, etc. And if you wanted to know all the weapons that have Demolitionist perk on it, I left a link on the Word document to a LightGG page that lists all of the different weapons that can roll Demolitionists on it. And as I mentioned before, there are a few alternatives to this build. As I mentioned before, with the choice of weapon, as long as you're using a trench barrel shotgun, you're pretty much good to go. And also this subclass tree can be changed to Code of the Siegebreaker if you prefer the Sunspot's recharge rate boost and the gun damage boost over the Hammer Strike's damage and enemy debuff. And finally, let's talk about the stats. If you've ever heard me talk about Hellfire Heart, you have heard me tote the fact that it does 4 times the recharge rate with your fully charged super. And honestly, that's what I found with my testing. And as you can see here on this chart, I did not lie. You can get some pretty insane recharge rates for both melee and grenade speed, depending on obviously what tier of discipline and strength you have. Is going to change these numbers by a significant amount. Now, throughout all of my testing, with all of the bonuses you could possibly have, I got some pretty insane numbers for both the Fireforge and the Siegebreaker, having at most the recharge rate of the grenade go down by 1000%, 10 times faster nearly than the 52 seconds regular at 5.5 seconds. So you can see here this build is predicated on getting crazy recharge rate, and it does just that. And finally, the most important part of this video that I have alluded to multiple times throughout this video is that you need to paint your armor and guns pure gold, 24 karat gold. Otherwise, this build will not work. And once you do that, you'll get that extra 1% damage bonus that will make this build the cream de la creme. Painting your armor and weapons gold does not actually give you 1% damage boost, and Dychronic LLC does not condone the actions of this particular video to increase your damage by 1%, but it's a funny thing, so I thought I'd include it anyways and add this bit at the very end because it's just really funny to me to say. And also, I really like Hippos, and it's also really funny to say I really like Hippos when you say it really, really fast. And that's the end of the video. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this kind of video. Let me know if you have recommendations for builds in the future. Make sure you're as detailed, specific as possible. Of course, mine has been Dychronic, and I will see you guys on the next one.